bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. High school students, parents, coaches, and guidance counselors were all a part of a very important information session held at the Sir Charles Hayward Library. The non-immigrant visa chief at the U.S. Embassy in Nassau came to Grand Bahama to guide those who are looking to attend college in the United States. She says it is most important to make Bahamians aware of the visa application process because there is a high percentage of students who go to the U.S. for school.
While larger countries might send larger numbers of students to the U.S., few countries send as much as a percentage of their population as the Bahamas. I estimate that roughly 10, perhaps even more % of Bahamian students will at some point study in the United States. Maybe that's doing a year in high school, maybe that's doing an associate's degree or a flight school or a bachelor's program. At some point, many Bahamian students end up students in the United States. So knowing a bit more about the process and knowing how to make sure there aren't any hiccups in it, I think is very, very helpful.
Jack Hayward High School head girl Leonte Smith will attend Monroe College in New York in the fall. And Jada Russell, senior at Bishop Michael Eldon School, will attend Georgia and Southern University as well. Both students found the forum beneficial.
She was very informative on how to apply for it, and she gave you possible reasons for why you would be denied, and she gave you little tips on what to do so that you wouldn't be denied. And she also went into details with giving you tips on schools with red flags, on reasons why you should avoid going to certain schools. She didn't call any names.
We learned a lot about student visa and applying and the application process, and it became much easier to me. My mother came with me and he took down a lot of information, and I look forward to applying very soon.
Well, May is recognized internationally as Lupus Awareness Month, and members of the Lupus Bahamas Foundation paid a courtesy call at the Ministry of Grand Bahama. Minister for Grand Bahama, Dr. Michael Darville, praised the nonprofit organization for raising awareness and offered his ministry support.
Over the past 10 years, this organization has been bringing awareness to our community by letting Grand Bahamians know the ins and outs of the disease and the early diagnostic and diagnosis and the signals associated with it. This work of the committee is very important. It's not only incredible, but it's also inspirational to many individuals who are not able to come to the forefront to be an advocate for the disease and to create the awareness and try to raise funding to support those who are less fortunate than themselves.
Kayleen Newton, spokesperson for Lupus Bahamas, says its members are committed to ensuring that the public is made aware of this devastating disease.
Lupus Bahamas is an incorporated non-profit company in the Bahamas. We were incorporated in 2012, and since then we have made great strides in education, doing as much as we can to ensure that as much of the information is distributed to the community, because awareness is what is going to allow for us to know what lupus is and how to deal with lupus.
Now, throughout the month, the community is reminded to show their support on Fridays by wearing purple T-shirts. This Saturday, May 14th, Lupus Bahamas will host a fun run walk beginning at 6 a.m. from the Pro Cathedral of Christ the King.
Welcome. Today I will discuss a few more important points on scabies. In infants and young children, common sites of infestation include the scalp, face, neck, and the palms of the hands and soles of the feet. If you've had scabies before, signs and symptoms may develop within a few days of exposure. However, if you've never had scabies, it could take as long as 6 weeks for signs and symptoms to begin. It's important to remember that you can still spread it even if you don't have any signs or symptoms yet. Scabies is readily treated. Medications supplied to your skin kill the mites that cause scabies and their eggs, even though you may still experience some itching for several weeks after treatment has started. So if you or anyone in your family shows any signs of scabies infection, see your doctor as soon as possible for treatment. If you have a question on scabies or any other skin condition, please email askthedrbahamas@gmail.com. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Stay with us. Ricardo Liborn has a check on sports when we return.